Hi, happy Sunday. Let's have a product talk today. I would like to take you through our platform, INIT Academy. I would like you to see what we have in our administrative side. So you have been using INIT Academy, which was then last course and so on. And for those who were with us since 2015, you knew it as PHP Ocean and so on. So for now, we are INIT Academy and we don't expect to change this name soon. So stick with us. So today what I want us to do is to go through our administrative interface. Since most of us here are software developers, so we usually work with dashboards and administrations and so on. So I think maybe ours might inspire you, or maybe I might tell you not to do how to use our approach as well. So it is all great. So far, what we do is that any account that is created on any academy, so when you signed up on the website, your account could be turned into an administrator. So yes, into an administrator account. So right now, I am connected as Zubudi with my account, which will be made by default an admin. So when you are connected as an admin, there's this fourth menu that will appear, which is manage, which now allows you to manage the various sections of the website. So far what we don't have here is the circle, and if you can recall, this circle, the discussion was coded recently. It wasn't there in the previous versions of the website. We had the circle, which was the forum then, but now we changed it into the discussion circle. So and we launched that recently. So although we haven't really updated the design to make it user friendly, but it is still there, and you can see that it is actually at the bottom before you can see it, which is super very bad. So we go back to the admin on the dashboard. So and we have the members management, so you can see uh, so yes, the community is really growing, although we are not really too much into community management skills. We need to learn here at INIT Academy, or if you can join us and help us with that, we'll be super grateful. And for the members, we can see the rings are basically like your level of access. So we see it in terms of rings in Linux operating systems. So we can see the membership, the time you joined, and then if you have confirmed your email or not. So we might see some people, and you can see here. So at this like that, we can see who is who. In addition to that, we can, for example, click on your name and see some few details. My apologies to the guy I clicked on. I don't intend to show much of your details to the public, but the idea is we can see, for example, if you have downloaded any tutorial and so on. So very soon we are going to also add the forums, you have the circles in which you discussed or you participated. So that will come up here. So then we have the courses management. The courses management is quite straightforward. So we add a course, and then under each course we have sections, and then under each section we can have chapters. So this is quite like this. So you can see here we can also set prices for the courses and make them premium so that you won't be able to access, but so far you can see that all the courses we have added here are basically free. Yeah, they're free. So we can add by clicking on this plus sign. Then we have the form to add the course here. So this might inspire you if you are working on an educational platform. You can see how we do that. This took us a lot of research to come up with this kind of forms and with the right format for us and how to go about, because then there was no chat GPT to have quick answers like we do today. So I really have to dig the internet to come up with these ideas and so on. So quite easy and straightforward. That's how we add the courses. So once you do that, it will appear now in the list of the courses, but so far you might not have any content in the course. So if you want to have the content, you have to click on the new course you added, then add sections. So this wouldn't be there, so you add the sections, and now under each section you will see that there's a plus sign which allows you to add the course under the section. So you add the section first, then the plus will appear in front of the section, then you can add the lessons. So, and right here you have the possibility of editing the actual course details. So, and all these sections and content you add under each section is what becomes the course's curriculum or the content table. So you can see if you go here on this course, you can now see all the sections and then the various lessons under it. So that's how we do that with the courses. And then if you go right in um, the how-tos as well, so it's quite the similar process. So you have the list and so on. So we have some few statistics about the course, and especially we take the views and then the downloads. So far recently there've been low downloads, so because indeed some of the courses have been outdated, and people have better ways of doing these things, but then it was not bad. So if you go back in the past, we should see that the downloads were serious. So you can see this course, for example, create a professional desktop application in there. So there was a lot of downloads for this course. I think I'm supposed to click on the download. So let me take this. I think I was saying this one. When I click on the download number here, it should give me a list of downloads and the people who downloaded them, the dates they downloaded, and so on. The download type, is it from premium, free account, or premium, and so on. So quite interesting, you know. So people actually did download our courses a lot and so on. If you go in the past, you see. So you can see this one, for example, got hundreds of something of downloads and so on. So that's interesting. That's what we love, and that's why we are doing this. So we can also add the courses just like you see. And another interesting thing you might haven't noticed, because right now we are all speaking English, we are all doing everything in English, but the site is actually meant to accommodate more languages, but we are mostly trying to focus on English and French because I speak both languages, so that's why. And right now I haven't taken much time in designing, in working on the French version very well. The translation, I'm feeling lazy actually to get it done completely. So but it's still there, it's still there. Initially I was having challenges in separating the content and so on, and I got into trouble with search engines, because when you are working on a multi-language website, there's this challenge of URLs and so on. So initially when you click on the French version, you translate the site, so it takes you to the home page in French, but then it was showing the English content. So you can see now here it is filtering the content, only the French version content that shows up here. The same thing should happen if I go to the cours, which is courses. So I shouldn't see any course because there's no course published in French. The same thing, the tutorial, which is the how-tos. So there should be only this tutorial, which is only the French tutorial. The same thing with the blogs. So I did not create this separation then, so it was a bit challenging and so on. So later on I did fix that. So one thing is sure, the dashboard, which is the admin here, I'm having low battery. Great, so we are back on power. So the same thing on the admin, I did not translate the admin. Basically I kept it in English. So that's how it is. So I can switch back to English, and then I'll go back to the dashboard to allow us to explore again. So we go to blog. So the same way we manage the how-tos, the same way we manage the blogs. So you can see that we have 141 posts on the blog. This is quite interesting, a lot of work there. And we can also have the statistics and so on. So you can see that our blogs have a lot of views, because usually I share whenever I publish, but the rest I don't. So the idea of the word book is was for us to have a kind of dictionary, our own dictionary, with our own jargon, explaining IT to our own people and so on. So that's the main idea. But just like the discussions, they are quite strange enough, just went to hide these menus at the footer, making it impossible for people to see what it is. So it got less attractions these days. And this is something I would like to go through one day with you guys to show you how I do that. Although the design here is a bit tricky, I've always promised myself to come and fix the color issue here, but I never came back. So how we get to filter this with alphabets and so on, how it is done, searching and so. And you can see on the URL, it shows you the word book and then the actual letter section we are in. So take this, then you can now have the words under it. So normally this is supposed to show beautifully if you have many words. So the design is quite interesting here, and that's how it goes. So I was expecting to have similar content in the right side here, but no content basically. So the word book is it's a cool idea, but just we didn't develop it well. So the labs were just to show practical thing. But today I don't feel that idea, but I don't know. I haven't removed it. It's still there, but we didn't work on it. Then we had the newsletter challenge. You can see that we don't send more newsletters. We are not really that much into newsletters. And if you can see the dates here, you can see that it's seriously distanced. I don't really do that. Um, because one, we don't publish often, and then I don't know. It's just a bad habit that we will change soon. So we'll start sending you guys newsletters. But we didn't plan them to be. I think it is scheduled, and our current server is actually allowing us to only run a cron job with every 15 minutes. So it's a bit annoying. So we kind of manually handle the sending. So this is how we add the newsletter. So um, we click on the add form, so we have the title and then so on. So here we can see the send to, so membership or members only, and then everyone. So you can choose. We have another third section which is only those who subscribe to specific newsletters. So we are having displayed that, and here too we can choose the language and then write the message. So it looks like the message is plain and but it's something that can support HTML, because we are tech guys, so we did not bother to bring a WYSIWYG editor here. But if we want people to come and use the platform and publish content, then we should be able to also change that into a WYSIWYG editor for people, for others to be able to easily do it. So quite like that. Then the quizzes too did that recently. We wouldn't have these features built in the back end, and our quiz system is an interesting one because one, it allows us to create questions. So we kind of add we have a list of questions, like a repository of questions. Then when we are creating a quiz, we can pick any of these questions. So it means the question with the ID 171 here could be used by quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3, and so on. That way, we don't repeat the questions and we don't overload the system with questions. So that's why we have the possibility of adding a question independently. So if I have any question in mind, I can add the question here and suggest the answers, and then pick which one of the answers is correct and so on. And you can see it's a checkbox because we might have multiple correct answers for each question, for a question. So the quiz, also we did not have much statistics because trust me, like I said, we just left the work like this. So right now we have the statistics. So how many people took this quiz, and who was that, and what was their grades and so on. So we have that right now. We have that. So the next thing we are going to do, you can see from here, I can still access the user's profile and so. So we really made it flexible. So the next thing we would like to work on in the administrative side is the circle. So we have to add the management of the forum, the discussion circle. And once we add that, then I think we would have a complete administration, and that is ready to handle every single part of the website. Although maybe it might not be too deep or professionally done, but we still have the possibility, the power now, we would have the power to manage every single part. And that's very important for us. So once we get there, then we can now think about how to get others to use the platform, write courses, publish tutorials, publish their blog posts and so on. and then have their site to focus only on producing content for many people to come. So we're also working on certification courses and so on. I think, yes, there are two core things that are really stopping me right now from really thinking of the site as complete. One is that when we take the courses, for example, right now, the courses are kind of only written. So when you click on any course, any lesson, you see it is more of text based. So what I want to add now is video based. So it is very important. So we add video based course, and then we handle the discussion circle from the administration. Boom. I think we are good. With that, we are good. So the next thing is to rebrand the site's design to fit the new philosophy of INIT Academy, bring more of resourceful stuff on the homepage instead of just blog posts and so on. So to make it really a bit cool, right? So that's how we are doing. That's what we are doing at INIT Academy. Today you have the heart of the site. You have seen it. So we hope you will join us in any ways. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us everywhere. Our handle is initacademy.org on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I think TikTok as well. So we are everywhere, and we are happy to have you in our community. Like I said earlier, although we are not too much into managing the community right now, but surely we'll do the community management. We need a community manager, of course. So if you can even join us for that, let's be. We are waiting for you. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend. Next weekend, we'll probably explore different aspects of this website and how we do and how we handle it. Thank you for joining, and see you around. Bye.